Welcome to the web quest, Pythagoras and his famous theorem. Now imagine you are a firefighter trying to save a family from their burning apartment. The only way to rescue them is to climb through the third-story window, which is 35 feet above the ground. If you are 15 feet away from the building, what size ladder do you need to make it to the window? Here's the burning building. There's our ladder, and as you can see, it makes a nice little right triangle. Now, imagine you are quarterback of the San Diego Chargers, and your number one receiver runs 15 yards up and then 5 yards to the right to catch the pass. Now, how far did the ball actually travel? Now, you are at Best Buy buying a new smart TV for your home. You want to get the 80-inch screen, which is measured at the diagonal, but aren't sure if it will fit in your entertainment center. You know that your entertainment center is 72 inches wide and 36 inches tall. Will the TV fit? There's a diagonal there, 80 inches. Who knows? Anybody? Looks pretty confusing there, huh? Pythagoras knows. And that brings us to our web quest about the famous Pythagorean theorem. You will be asked to know what the theorem is and how to understand and apply the theorem to real-life scenarios or problems. In addition, you will learn about the man who invented the theorem himself, Mr. Pythagoras. At the completion of this web quest, you should have an understanding of the Pythagorean theorem and its many uses. Here are the standards that will be covered here, which are to explain a proof of the Pythagorean theorem and to apply the Pythagorean theorem to determine unknown side lengths in right triangles and mathematical problems in 2 and 3 dimensions. Step 1. You will research about the life of Pythagoras using these 2 links here at the bottom, and you will write 2 paragraphs about Pythagoras, which includes all 5 of the topics. Step 2. Now that you know who Pythagoras was, it's time to learn more about his famous theorem. To do this, you will first break into groups of 4. Then, define what a right triangle is and describe its properties. To do this, you will draw a right triangle using a straight edge and a protractor, just as Mr. Pythagoras did in his time. You will use the following 3 links to help you understand the properties of the Pythagorean theorem. Step 3. Now that you know what the theorem is, it's time to prove it. Since this theorem is one of the most famous in history, there are over 100 different proofs of it. Your group's job is to research these proofs and provide one of each, one geometrically, using pictures, and one algebraically, using only variables. Here are 2 websites to help you research, but I want you to further investigate and provide a proof that is most interesting to you. Lastly, step 4, you will create a real-life word problem of the Pythagorean theorem. Make sure you provide all necessary information for someone to solve your problem. After this web quest, every one of you will present how to solve the problem you have created. Now remember, this will be done on your own, not in groups of 4. You should use the link here at the bottom, but also provide a unique problem based on your interests. Here is the rubric for evaluation. As you can see, each category is worth 4 points. So make sure you understand this and ask any questions if you need some more clarification. And the conclusion, after completing this web quest, you will know the important contributions of Pythagoras and how his famous Pythagorean theorem can be used in everyday life. Be prepared to present your problems to the class and solve many more problems using the Pythagorean theorem this year and for the rest of your lives. Next, we will learn some special cases of the theorem, which are called Pythagorean triples.